Hello children, today we are going to study class 7 chemistry and we are dealing with chapter 3, that is element compound mixtures. And today in this video I am going to describe you about the separation of mixtures. Okay, so all of you know what are the mixtures. Mixture is the combination of two or more substances. Okay, water, salt, water, oil, tea. Okay, these all are what? These all are the mixtures, examples of mixtures. So now today we are going to deal with the topic, that is separation of mixtures. Why we need to separate the mixtures? So basically children, we need to separate the mixtures in order to remove the undesirable component. It means the component that may be present in the mixtures but they are of no use for us. So we need to separate them. Okay. Harmful component. If any of the mixtures contain the harmful component, we need to remove it. Okay. And in order to get the pure sample, okay, if we want to get something from a mixture in the purest form, then we perform a process, that is separation. And by separating a mixture, we can get different useful components. Okay, the components that we require, that are desirable, that are needed by us. Okay, so basically there are different techniques, different processes in order to separate the mixtures. Okay, so in this very topic we are going to come through the different process through which we can separate the mixtures. Okay, so here the methods that are used to separate solid mixtures. Maybe in a mixture two solids are present. Okay, for example sand and pebbles. Solid liquid, okay, for example sugar and water. Liquid, for example petrol and water. Okay, so the processes, the methods that we are going to discuss will help us to separate the solid mixtures, solid liquid mixtures and liquid mixtures. So different names, the names of the processes have been given over here. Sublimation, it is used to separate the solid mixtures. Evaporation, solid liquid. Distillation, solid liquid. Use of separating funnel, liquid. Fractional distillation, liquid. So solid mixtures can be separated by the process called sublimation. Solid liquid mixture can be separated by the process called evaporation. Solid liquid mixtures can be also separated by distillation, and this use of separating funnel is used to separate the mixture of liquid. And liquid mixture can be also separated through the fractional distillation process. So first of all, sublimation. So when solid directly get converted into vapor without undergoing the liquid state, then that very process is known as the sublimation. Here you can see this representation of is given over here. Here the solid is getting converted into vapor, that means gas, okay, without undergoing the liquid state on heating. And then again when this vapor is cooled, then it again form the solid. Okay, so when the solid is getting converted into vapor, it is known as sublimation. And when this vapor is getting cooled and getting converted into solid, then it is known as the deposition. Okay, so the solid that convert into vapor is known as sublime. Okay, and the solid that we get after cooling, that is known as sublimate. Okay, the example of the substances that go under sublimation are camphor, naphthalene, ammonium chloride, iodine, anthrax. All of you know what is all of you must have seen kapoor, na? If you keep it in the air, it just easily vaporized. Okay, if you put the camphor balls, okay, naphthalene balls, okay, that white color balls, we keep inside the cloths, na, in our cupboards, almirah, we use it, na. But after some time when you just open it and wherever you have kept it, you will find that ball is not there. Where the ball is when it is changed from the solid state to the vapor state. Okay, it's sublime. Okay, this naphthalene ball sublime. Now evaporation. So evaporation is a process by which we separate the solid liquid mixtures. So what is happening in the process of evaporation? The liquid changes into the vapor. So evaporation is a process, okay, in which what we do, so first of all let us discuss an activity. Okay, here an activity has been shown here. Here you can see the total setup. Okay, here a burner is over here, it's conical, a dish is here that is covered by the conical flask. So this here this a mixture of a common salt and ammonium chloride is kept in the china dish, and then we have covered this china dish with the funnel inverted over it. Now what we will do, we will just close this opening by the cotton and then heat it. And what is going to happen, the fumes, then the heat is being provided from the down, then the white fumes will condensed along the cooler upper part of this funnel, and common salt remains in the china dish. So ammonium chloride sublimes on heating, whereas common salt does not. Okay, so a mixture of ammonium chloride and common salt can be separated by the process of sublimation. So what is happening here, the ammonium chloride was there and common salt was also there. On heating, what happened, this ammonium chloride, it sublimed, but this common salt remain over here. That shows that ammonium chloride has a property to sublime. That means it has a property, this solid has a property to get converted into vapors without undergoing the liquid state. Now evaporation. So basically we are applying this process of evaporation in order to separate the solid from the liquid. So what is happening, what is happening that when we heat, okay, so this liquid easily get converted into the vapors, but the solid remain over there. So easily we are able to separate the solid from the liquid. Okay, here you can see one of the setup, okay, one of the activity experiment. Here the salt is getting separated from salt solution. So salt has been mixed in the water, then we are heating it from the bottom. Then what is going to happen, eventually the water will get converted into vapors, and at the last we will get the salt here. Okay, salt particles will be left in the dish. So what does it shows, that this liquid get evaporated but solid remain back, because solid does not show the property of evaporation. Okay, clear everyone? Now distillation. So distillation is a process by which we separate the solid liquid mixture. Okay, so what is going to happen here, that in this process we heat the water to form vapor and then cool it. Okay, and then what happen to get the liquid back. So what is happening when we are using the process of evaporation, if we take the solid liquid mixtures, so liquid get evaporated and solid is left, and we are not able to get back the liquid. But in the process of distillation, whatever liquid that is vaporizing, we can again condense it and get that very liquid. Okay, so we are not going to lose the liquid. Here it is must be clear from this equation. Here water is being heated, again it is getting converted into water vapor, and then when this water vapor is being cooled, it again forms the liquid. So no loss is happening. Okay, so the conversion of water on heating into water vapor is known as evaporation, and this when water vapor is being cooled to form the water, this process is known as the condensation. So this distillation process involves two processes, that is evaporation and condensation. So liquid has a property to evaporate easily, that is water has a property, it's a volatile liquid, it will evaporate easily. Okay, so that's why we are using the process of evaporation. But the solidly, they are non-volatile substance. That means they can't vaporize, they can't evaporate easily. Okay, that's why we are using this process. Here you can see a setup now for separating the salt from the seawater through distillation. Here you can see the burner is there, the setup is there, the wire wedge is there. Okay, wire wedge is what? It's a net kind of thing made up of wire. Okay, seawater is there, one thermometer has fixed. Okay, if the temperature rises are too, it should not, the temperature should not rise a lot. Okay, so what is happening when we are heating it? Okay, so water is evaporating, but when it is passing through this Liebig's condenser, again it's getting cool, and this water is being collected over here. So what is happening? This water that we receive after the cooling is the pure water. So what is happening on heating? The vapor is getting converted into liquid. Okay, the water is being vaporized and it forms a vapor, and when vapor is again condensed, it forms the liquid. Okay, and whatever water we get in the flask is a pure water, it is a distilled water. So there are basically two kinds of liquid, miscible liquids and immiscible liquids. Okay, the liquids that mixly to each other and form a single layer are known as the miscible liquids, and the liquids that, for example, when you mix sugar into water, they mixed completely, they don't form the separate layers. Okay, if you melt salt into water, it will mix completely, it is not going to form the separate layer. So why? It's a miscible liquids. But when you mix water and oil, what is going to happen? They are going to form the two different layers. Okay, this means they are immiscible, they can't be mixed together, and water is heavier, so it's going to form the bottom layer, and the oil, whatever it's oil or petrol, kerosene, whatever it is, it will form the upper layer. They will form the two separate layers because they are the immiscible liquids, and the mixture of immiscible liquids can be separated. The liquids that are miscible, they can be separated through the fractional distillation process, and the liquids that are immiscible, they can be separated through the separating funnel. Okay, so children, thank you.